So everything that's going on in the world economy, it's pretty crazy between China and US and Russia and fucking everywhere else.
Yeah.
I was really surprised to see that Apple, who has its chips manufactured in Taiwan, has now asked Taiwan to remove anything that says made in Taiwan.
Whoa.
Apple?
Yeah. They want it to say, it can only, from now on, all the Apple products can only say made in Taiwan, China, or made in Chinese Taipei.
Oh, buddy.
No way.
It's on now.
Dude, it's over, bro.
It's on now.
Big move.
Do you think it's because Apple doesn't want to lose their China account?
Yeah.
So that's why they have
that's
to comply
huge.
with China?
That's like 1/6 of the world.
Dude,
so.
China has everybody by the balls.
So that's Apple saying Team China then.
That's Apple
That's
saying
Apple
we
saying
got to
China,
protect
yeah.
our slave labor in China.
But it's kind of, that's what's
Because
weird.
it's made in China, right?
It's made in, the chips are made in Taiwan. Because remember Taiwan?
Oh, but it's assembled in China?
In the factories.
I think it's also widely sold in China. It's like a big thing too, you know? So then,
Shit.
That's so fun.
so they've officially asked for, and we're so used to seeing made in Taiwan, like in Hot Wheels cars.
Yeah, of
There's little
course.
things everywhere. If Apple's gonna start doing that, it's probably gonna be the end of seeing that.
There's another name for China, Taiwan though, and it's called like the Republic of China or some shit. Or like,
DPR,
People's-
People's Republic of China.
no, but so that's,
People Republic of China, I think that's China.
That's
China.
China.
Republic of China.
Republic of China is Taiwan. So when because at the at my old university, fucking Cal State LA, there's a huge statue of Confucius, and then there's a plaque that says
Confucius say.
Confucius say this is donated by the Republic of
Only
China.
take one fortune cookie at a time.
Taiwan when they
I didn't know that because I was like, damn, this whole fucking place is communist funded. And then my friend was like, no, that's actually Taiwan. So I was like, oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. Yeah, so they wanted to say, to specify exactly.
Wow.
Taiwan, comma, China. Or Chinese Taipei.
So how many other companies or countries now are gonna have to start like pretty much pulling straws, right? Like which team you're on?
Yeah.
Dude, John Cena, bro.
He pulled away.
He started it. What's dude? That's all the straws.
Yeah.
John Cena, fucking in Chinese, saying "I'm so sorry for calling Taiwan a country."
His Chinese is really good.
wild. It was really good.
Yeah.
They're still shooting off rockets right now. As like, it's like 5 days in a
When
row.
Pelosi left, they like basically did a cordon with tanks, right?
She fucked it all up, dude.
Didn't like Snickers recently have to apologize or some shit, or Twix or some shit?
Yes, I saw that.
Where they say, sorry, we
Because
like
the
Taiwan.
accident- Well, I don't know if it was accident, but there was like a promotional thing they were doing, and they were like, "Oh, this promotion is only for the countries of this, and Taiwan." And then
And
China
that's
was
it.
like, "Yo, did you just call that a country?" And they came in, and they were like, they were looking at it like Snickers was like, "Oh, my bad, that was like a little mistake."
I heard China actually said they were like, "For real, bro."
You gonna do me like that? How you gonna do me like that? Snickers, how you gonna do me like
That's what I read.
Facts.
that? Fucking disappointment.
To put that in words.
Yeah, I know.
How'd you tweet that? It was a gif of a guy going, do you know
It's a widely used Chinese.
if your family members in Taiwan are like, oh shit, we better get the fuck out of here? Or like,
I haven't really. So my mom just came back not too long ago. I haven't really talked to my uncle in a bit. But I think obviously like every country, they never want to alarm their citizens. So the times that I've talked to them, they always go, "Oh, it's pretty chill here."
like they don't see the rockets and stuff?
That's the thing. I don't know. Like just kind of like how America doesn't really tell us the real shit either, right?
But America does a great job of amplifying everybody else's shit.
No, we don't try to alarm anybody. We just say like, "Hey, monkeypox is probably gonna kill literally everybody on Earth."
We were late.
Dude, seriously.
And you get it for kissing dudes.
For kissing boys, gonna spread that around.
Right.
That's all it is.
I also feel like it's like a one-day takeover if China wants to.
Really?
So without
of where? Of Taiwan.
Yeah, like a lot of the missile defense systems and whatever that they had, they're so outdated
In Taiwan or China?
in Taiwan. And that shit doesn't even work no more.
Damn, dude, because all the best shit they've been making is like being manufactured for other countries, huh?
Yeah.
But they rely on the US military. Like a lot of countries, they just rely on the US help.
So without even like declaring whose side you're on, do you think Taiwan has a chance against China?
I don't think so.
Not without the West's help.
It doesn't look like it.
Nah.
The West is already
I think I don't think without the West's help, and I think that's the only way, or that's the only reason why China hasn't swallowed Taiwan yet, is because like America always made its presence.
Do you feel like the West has enough of a mutual benefit to want to step in and do this?
Yeah, those microchips, dude.
Isn't China making hella money off Taiwan though?
It was the other way around before. Because a lot of Taiwanese citizens would go to China and build factories, and then they would be the connection to the West. So a lot of Taiwanese people became wealthy by being partners with Chinese citizens and creating factories and being manufacturers for the U.S. or the West.
But China's profiting from that too, right?
Yeah, I mean they're in partnership. But before there was no bridge to the West. But now they can directly manufacture, and there's everyone all over the world is going directly to China to manufacture. But yeah, Taiwan used to be the bridge, but Taiwan's just basically like the microchip capital of the world, and they manufacture a lot of stuff there. And I don't know how China would be profiting from that, because they're autonomous, as in like they don't give them any tax money or anything like that.
Well, what if they just rename Taiwan? Like, would China care?
Rename it what? Like
Just like South China or some shit,
I think that's what China wants.
right? Yeah. Or like call it the China.
But China,
Can you imagine? Can you guys imagine?
stupid.
Put that on a label. You know what I mean?
Made in,
The China.
made in but China.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Hey! Hey, read that. What does it say? Where does it say it's made?
The China. You ass.
Are you kidding me?
What are you, fucking nuts?
That's what you get if you rename it. That's what you get. It's a blast for everybody.
That's what you get.
It's fun for everybody.
Just for that.
Everybody has a great time. There's no war. There's no strife.
Everyone has a great
Yeah,
time.
everyone has a great time. There's no war. There's no fucking bullshit.
Hey, if you're from Taiwan, you get to be like, oh, where are you from? You'd be like,
Vagina.
For China?
so what were you saying, Ryan?
Because the longest that I've ever heard of like the whole beef, which has been going on since like I was a kid, I've never heard what China actually wants. Besides, you need to go back to, we need to be like one nation. You know, like,
Come back to Papa.
Like I've never heard of like what the actual like business or monetary or political or like military, like any type of other incentive besides Taiwan belongs to China and we need to own it.
This kind of mirrors Russia's reason for Ukraine, though. They're like, you guys are Russians. You should be a part of us. And I think China does that to Taiwan. Or China.
But does Russia rely on Ukrainian exports at all?
Ukraine does wheat to the world and also natural gases or some shit like that. Or like there's a huge reserve of oil or natural gases.
And is there any military advantages for like having Taiwan based off of like location and stuff like that too? Oh, you want to say Vagina? Would you like me to say Vagina?
That's not what I was gonna say.
What were you going to say?
Well, I was gonna say the military advantage is like that they're dropping bombs now into Vagina.
Get this guy a fucking inhaler.
I know, right?
Well, that's the joke. It's the Wheezy laugh. It has to go with the Wheezy laugh. It doesn't work.
It's the New Jersey uncle, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
It's the guy that has the best.
The guy with a lot of gold like embedded into his neck because he never took his necklace off.
Yeah, I don't know if it's quite like Hawaii to U.S.
Yeah.
Where that's a very geographically advantageous position, where it's still a 5-hour flight from the actual mainland of China.
But
US, and you can see-
in combination with the fact that not necessarily just geographical, but also like especially if the West, right, the U.S. is saying like, hey, we support that, then to own and or demolish that ability to support would also not just geographically to like them specifically, but even to like upend like Western influence, right? So
I'm a little confused on how America wants its citizens to feel about it. Because sometimes it looks like America wants everyone to be pro-Taiwan, and then other times it seems like it's...
I think the like maybe like 15, 20 years ago, the idea of like democracy for all was like the idealism that was able to be like the flag that you would maybe hold, right? But now, even as an American citizen, it's really conflicting in like the perspective, the views, the benefits as a country. Like I have no fun.
And how integrated American business has been with China.
Yeah.
That's the part that's confusing to me, is that whenever someone's talking about how to feel, they're saying that Taiwan should be sovereign. But whenever someone's making a decision, it reflects China being the ruler. Like all the business decisions look to China, and everything that's verbal.
Well, we're definitely not a democracy. We're a capitalist society. And I think that's totally different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Steve, what were you saying?
When it comes to the Taiwanese business community, they're super integrated with China already. Business relationships, family, right? So everybody knows that. But when it comes to Taiwan, Taiwan's looking at this thing going like, we get so much business from China, we don't want to have to deal with this kind of conflict. But the United States is putting them in a horrible position by basically saying, hey, we're going to keep on poking the bear. We're going to keep on sending officials over to Taiwan. Yeah, to make the Chinese insecure about the proximity of Taiwan to China.
That's what America's really good at, though, right?
Well,
just being like, that's not really our problem, but let's go ahead and make it a problem and see how we can benefit from it.
So if within Hong Kong and Taiwanese like politics, there's pro-China sympathizers. It's not like Democrats and Republicans. It's pro-China versus independents in both situations. Well, Hong Kong they lost, right? So obviously the independence guys are backed by the West. So it's a situation of, do they want to go back to China or do they want to be backed by the West, and who's going to win? And so some people, I think they do business in China, but they want to remain independent in the sense of Western influenced.
Right, but when they're doing business in China and when they enter Taiwan, right, they say you are now, like if we get it in a different way, like if we do actually get to change things, then you wouldn't just be like leaving China and entering Taiwan. They'd be saying you are now entering China.
And that's where it is.
That was worth it in my eyes.
Which would be pretty great.
Now they're in China.
Welcome to China.